And good evening, race fans. Welcome to another fantastic Friday night of racing brought to you by LSRTV at livesimracing.com. My name's John Muschin Jr. Up here in the booth with me tonight is the one, the only, the man, the myth, the legend, Brockton Packard. Good evening, Brockton.
Hey, John. It's good to be back up in the booth here. And, man, we're at Homestead. The sun is shining, 78 degrees. Man, it is a beautiful day to go racing.
It is indeed. We're here for the Florida Man 200. That's going to be the L-TAC. I love the names they come up with in this series. Nolan, if you're listening, buddy, I will give you a hats off. It's the most entertaining naming system I've seen for tracks. Even the last week's race, the Riley's Rose, was it 200 we did last week? That was a good one for Riley. More than think I'd have gotten there eventually. I'm old, man. Give me a break. My producer got my back though down there, Mason. Anyway, so here we are, Homestead, man. Going to do a few laps here at Homestead. Brockton, the thing these guys are worried about the most with this car is getting on the power, especially out of turn two. Talk to us about that a little bit.
Oh, yeah. So I took the liberty. Luckily, these guys in the L-TAC series are real good with their setups, and I drove the setup a couple laps with my own number 88 Chevy Camaro. And man, it was hard to get on the power. It would get loose on you out of the corner, and then all of a sudden when you entered the corner, it would just shoot up the racetrack. So these guys are really gonna have to put a couple eggs under their gas pedal and then kind of see how it goes from there.
Yeah, that's what I was hearing from some of these guys during practice. This thing is just terrible. Is that how they say it? Terrible loose. It's terrible. And but you know what? When you stop and think about this package, it's been that way with most of these mile-and-a-half tracks. Even the cookie cutters like Charlotte, Atlanta, Vegas. I mean, places like that, they've had some issues with the power, getting the power down on the track, and the car just wants to break loose. And as we've all seen, once the back end of this car comes around, at 99.9% of the time, it's not going to go back straight without help from either the wall or a couple of your racing buddies on track with you.
Yeah, this car, with how the side force is, how it's symmetrical on both sides, it's definitely a tough one to catch. And especially here at Homestead with this progressive banking, the high line's going to be the best line. It's definitely going to be interesting on fresh tires when these guys fire off for the first run here. Everybody's going to be 2x2 trying to get as much as they can. So it should be interesting.
Well, right now we're qualifying, and Austin Gaccione at the moment is on top of the leaderboard with 33.693. That's a fantastic lap right there. As we watch Rucci on track, we got the 52 here of Peterson. And by the way, I was told from our booth next door, Race Control, Sean Deal is who we get to thank for the names of these races. Apparently, Sean's got a bit of a sense of humor when it comes to me races, but not so much on track. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But anyway, I digress. Qualifying's got about 2 more minutes left, and we've got most of the field down with a lap so far. And Bill Gaccione sitting on top there, Brock. That's a pretty decent little lap, too, by the way.
Yeah, that's a real good lap. About a 1/10.5 faster than the 49 there of Anthony Muzady. And, John, something that I learned from our boys over in the race control booth is that this field of 21 cars, if everyone starts, will be the largest L-TAC series field at Homestead.
No doubt. I just saw the chat. Number 21, huh, Mason? That's cute, man. That's awesome. We should probably we should take you to Vegas. We should. Yeah. Also, we need to mention that Nathaniel Ames is making his first start in the Cup Series. He's been a Truck Series runner for a few weeks and was just promoted yesterday. We've talked about this so many times on our show that if you guys are sitting out there watching these Friday night races and you think to yourself, hey, man, I would love to get in on this, the way to do it is to go and apply to the Truck Series for L-TAC Racing League. They got a Truck Series that's looking for drivers. And you go out there, you sign up, you race with them. If they like what they see with you, and if you do good enough, they'll bring you over to the Cup Series. And tonight, that'll be Mr. Ames. He's going to be doing that in the 28 car. So we'll be paying close attention to him. A couple more things I want to talk about. Yes, we're going to talk about a few things tonight.
Let's toss some ideas around.
Let's toss some ideas around, shall we? Tonight is the site. Tonight was the site of the inaugural championship round for these guys. The race took See, I'm trying to. I can't read without my glasses on, so give me 1 minute to find my glasses. I'll be right back. Please, yeah, I'm sorry, man. I'm trying to read without glasses on.
Let's talk about the last time we were at Homestead, shall we? Last time we were at Homestead, it was the cutoff race for the final 6 in 2021. The race had 7 cautions, with 27 of the 146 laps run under yellow. The race was scheduled for 134 laps and went into double overtime. Hopefully, just for the race sake, we can get all this done in the scheduled amount of time. But there were 17 lead changes among 9 drivers. Kyle Green led the most laps, just over half, at 83 of 146 laps. That's a pretty good performance there.
Yeah, it is. And I'll tell you what, man, 17 lead changes ain't shabby here at Homestead. I mean, this is our track to pass on already. I've done a lot of racing at Homestead. I wouldn't put up there one of my favorite tracks, but it's definitely not one of my most hated tracks. You know what I mean? I could live with it or live without it kind of thing, you know? But passing here is not as easy as you would think it would be. It's such a big track, right? That progressive banking kind of gives you fits. For me, I've always had trouble getting through 3 and 4. I don't know what it is about 3 and 4. I just have a hard time getting through there without either washing up or spinning out when I'm trying to pass people. And look at these guys. Did anybody inform them that we're doing the oval tonight and not the road course?
Nah, they're just going back to the holler to get a couple things.
They're lost.
Fan interactions.
All right, here is our lineup for tonight. Taking that pole, Gaccione, we talked about him putting down a really fast lap. So he's got the pole tonight with a 33.693. His outside, Anthony Muzady. Inside row 2, Ryan Dingler on that 8 car. Matt Rucci on the outside. In row 3, we got Hunter Thrower and Tyler Granat. Row 4, Colin Stone, Jeremy Berger. Row 5, closing out your top 10, Logan Hamilton and Barret Uphold. What you got for the rest of the field there, Mason? I'm sorry, Brockton.
No, you're good. Row 6, we got Grant Peterson and Sean Deal. Row 7, Frank Flores III and Mario Lapinta. Row 8 is going to be Stefan Purcell and Justin Wilson. And row 8 is going to be Nathaniel Ames and Richard Springler. And on shotgun, we've got Barret Morton and Ryler Strofe.
Say it.
Strofer. Strap.
There we go. On Nathaniel Ames in that 28 car. He's the rookie tonight here at Homestead. Great track to do a rookie run at. I'm just saying. They're going to do a little bit of a pace lap here, and aren't we going to do a thank you. That's the word I was looking for. The national. Man, I am so sorry, guys. I am beat up today. Here's our national anthem. When we come back, we'll give you guys a lucky draw. Here we are. Welcome back to LSRTV production series of the L-TAC Tucson Soundart Next Gen Cup Series. Tonight's Florida Man 200 here at Homestead Miami Speedway. And we are getting ready to go green. Before we do that, our lucky draw was number 21, number 2-1. What that means is that if the guy that lines up tonight in 21st spot, which was Barret Morton, if Barret pulls off the win tonight, he gets 3 extra points towards a championship points total, and that'll be helpful. Come down the line when we are tallying up the points here. Meantime, pace truck is off. Green flag is out. Gaccione is off to a great start right there. Everybody got off to a really good start right there, but look at that. Brockton, he did not pull away like we've normally seen with some of these guys on the start of these races. They jam it down pretty early and go. The 49 was able to keep up with him there on the outside. Looks like Muzady's making a run on the outside, coming down the backstretch.
Yeah, these guys are going to be jockeying for everything they can get. These tires are going to drop off, and the aerodynamics of these cars are going to make it so hard to pass. So we're going to see a lot of aggressive racing as we're looking at the 81, 83, and who's that? The 49 trying to go 3 wide on the bottom. Everybody's 2x2 as they come and complete the first lap, John.
And we were just talking about this pre-race, that this car does not like to be on the inside when you're trying to get back into the throttle. It wants to jump out on you, so we got to keep an eye on that as we see a lot of guys up top. And we got somebody up there is engaging in stealth mode. Who's at the 49 with Muzady? That could be very distracting to the guys around him when a car disappears like that. I hate it. I hate it. Meantime, look at this, down to the inside now. We got Dingler down the inside making a challenge for the lead, and he is going to take the lead. It looks like maybe not. Gaccione fights back on the outside.
It's close. There's about a tenth in between each of them as I dive down into 1 and 2, still side by side for the lead.
See, right here, Dingler has to let up just a little bit. And wow, look at how loose he got right there. That allowed Rucci to get up there and give him a little bump draft going down through 3 and 4 now. Tell you what, on the outside there, Gaccione's hanging in there. He's 16 on the screen, but he's number 7 in the scoring, so trying to keep up with his folks on that one. I don't know why it got mixed up like that. Oh, wow, look at this move right here. Wow, Dingler slid up behind to do a little slide job, and Gaccione does not have any of that. Dives back down to the inside right here. Let's see if he can make it work down the inside, Brockton.
Yeah, it's going to be hard. Dingler's very well known for being really aggressive off the start and being able to hold it, and he's on the outside as we're looking back further into the field, looking at the 16, which is the 7. That is a little bit distracting. His trading paints must not be quite where he needs it to be, but it doesn't matter as they're still battling for the lead. Looks like Dingler is going to edge out ahead by about a car length.
In the meantime, back in the pack here, we got Ames, that new guy that we were talking about. He's still riding 19th right there. But how about Morton? He started 21st. He's already up to 15th. He's making some moves in the field right now. Jeff Brogdon right there with him. He came up 6 spots right there. So we got guys that aren't really waiting around for this race. We got 134 laps, 200 miles to get things done here. And some of these guys are getting it done quite early in this race. I tell you what, I'm watching the way that they're just searching for grip out there, Brockton, is really reminiscent of like a Talladega race. I mean, they're all over the place just trying to find the fastest way around this track.
Yeah.
Trading paints won't affect that. If he's actually I'm looking at race control, did say that he is the 16. So it's timing that's got it off for whatever reason. Yeah, don't worry about it. He's corrected his car paint. So our timing's got it wrong. Maybe that's something they didn't change in the server, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry, folks, we're talking technical with Mason. Oh,
we got one around.
Wow.
58.
No caution. They stay green for that.
Single car incident off the racing surface, so everybody's going to stay green. He just loses it, it looks like.
That looked like he was down on the inside right there, trying to get back on throttle. Almost saves it.
Almost. Oh, it goes straight up. Oh.
Yeah, just right there into the wall. And yeah, it's going
to he had some right front damage before he spun, so I wonder if he had some early contact with the wall. Speaking of, Dingler very close to the wall coming off of turn 4 there as Rucci comes to the lead now.
Rucci down on the inside. He's going to take that lead for a little while, and it looks like he's got about a half a second lead over Dingler already. That must have taken place while we're looking back there at Shroof and see what happened to him. So, Brockton, I understand that you've got some experience with the L-TAC guys in their truck series, yes?
I've run a couple truck series races with these guys, most notably the Chicagoland and the Martinsville races. These guys are super tough competitors. You got to earn everything you've got. So for Nathaniel to be up here in the Cup Series, that's definitely a huge accomplishment for him and a testimony to how fast he truly is. And I think this is going to be such a great opportunity for anybody looking to get into a competitive league. Definitely go check them out, go to it, because, I mean, you never know when you're going to just get the call to come up to the Cup League, and man, these guys fly everywhere they go.
Yes, they do, and I tell you what, we're watching Colin Stone right now riding on board with Tucson, Arizona's Colin Stone in that 43 car. And no, folks, he does not have damage. That is the way the hoods look now at the start of the race. They kind of really widen those holes up a little bit. Brockton, can you talk to us a little bit about that?
Yeah, those are the vents. So in a Gen 6 car, we would obviously not see those slits in the roof or in the hood there, and that's because all that air would go into the brakes and everything. Well, instead of going straight to the motor, the air actually gets divided into about 3 sections. We've got your top section, which comes out the top of what we were just seeing. That provides a little bit of downforce. Then we've got the air that goes to the engine, and also the air that goes to the brakes, that goes through the middle. And then you've got the air that gets slammed down to the ground to go under that diffuser to suck the car down to the ground. And that's what most of this ground effect that allows these guys to race this close comes from right there.
Absolutely, but what it does also as kind of a bad side effect is it makes these cars hard to catch once they step out. With the old Gen 6 car, you had to be pretty doggone sideways to not be able to save the car, but with this, it seems to me with this new next gen Cup car, it doesn't take much. It doesn't take much at all.
No, not at all, and especially if you just get somebody on your outside or your inside and they take the air off the rear end too, it's really hard to save. But I tell you what, if you see somebody save one of them, it means they got a good handling car or a good sense of how their car handles, and those are normally the guys that can really run up front.
And we see a bunch of those guys here in the L-TAC series. I tell you what, we've seen some guys get way out of shape. I mean, literally seeing their door numbers, coming off the turns, which you're not supposed to do, and save it. So, yeah, I mean, you're talking some really great drivers here in the L-TAC Cup series. In the meantime, out front, Rucci stretched his lead out to just a little tick over a second there over Dingler. Dingler's still riding that high line. I don't know if he's up there just trying to save tires or if that's where he's finding the car to be most comfortable for him at. But he is so close to that wall, it's making me nervous.
He's had a kiss of that wall. I don't know if we get a camera view of that right side, but he's definitely got some damage up there. And I don't know if that came to when I mentioned him being close to it or if that happened a little earlier, but he's definitely found the wall, and that's allowed Rucci to kind of scoot away here, I think.
Yes, sir, and it looks to me like Muzady can't do anything with him down there on the inside because he's got to get out of the gas, down there on the inside to make that car turn. And then when he comes to the exit, he's got to be careful getting back on the gas because he doesn't want to spit out. So it's kind of, to me, that inside line is just not going to be the easiest way to pass him by tonight.
Yeah, not until it gets rubbered up, and the only way to get it rubbered up is for people to run it. And if people are seeing that it's not going to work very well, they're not going to run it very much, and it doesn't get rubbered up. But one thing I wanted to point out too is that Dingler, Muzady, and Gaccione in the 7 car or the 16 were all running really, really hard, and Rucci was just sitting in the back there, and now he's up front. These guys are struggling with tire wear, so you never know what can happen. As we're looking back at, is that the 49 or the 43? 43 of Stone battling with the 92 of Uphold.
Yeah, I had a train of thought and it's gone. Wow. Sorry, folks. I've had a rough week. Those of you that don't know, I got hurt in a bit of an incident at work about a year and a half ago, actually. I've been out of work about a year and a half. And this week, silly old me thought he'd go back to the gym because he was ready for that. Guess what? He was not ready for it. My body is talking to me right now, and it's got nothing nice to say. If my body could actually speak without my mouth, because my mouth is what I speak with, my body would sound like Richard Pryor right now. Sorry, I digress. Anyway, back to the track on racing. It looks like Muzady's finally made his way around Dingler down there on the inside. Now, that's interesting to me because we were just talking about how hard it was to make a pass down the inside, and it took him, 5 laps there, Brockton?
Yeah, about 5 or 6, but Dingler's really struggling with this car now. Entering turn 1, we saw him get really close to the wall and have to kind of diamond it off, and then exiting 2, you see his hands just beside the ticker there on the left side. He's fighting that car, John, and it's not It's not like him to be
Nose
fit.
is really happy. He's got, well, I shouldn't say happy. That's not a good way to compare it. But I mean, when I say you get like the nose is happy, the rear end's happy, it means it's moving around a lot. It's not really in the track right now. You follow what I'm saying? And it seems to me like his nose is really wanting to slide hard left on exit of this track. Watch right here as he comes to the middle of this turn. The nose starts to slide down to the left. See it?
Yeah, it's a weird condition he's got going on, because he's tight in and really loose off, and that's definitely not something you want, especially with a fixed setup car, because that's only going to get worse.
Absolutely. Really, the only way to fix something like that is just really start backing your corners up a lot. But right now, it's kind of too late for him to make any kind of a huge adjustment to his driving style, because we're 19 laps into this run, and their tire wear. That's what I was wanting to talk about earlier, by the way. Yes, it came back to me. Tire wear and Homestead. Let's talk about tire wear, Brockton. This track actually eats tires up pretty quick.
Oh man, you just spoke my favorite word in existence, tire wear. And my mom's gonna laugh because I talk about tires way too much on broadcast, but man, these tracks eat tires up. You're gonna get about maybe 10-15 good laps before you start feeling the nose start to go away, and then 3 wide's definitely not gonna help. Hold on, we got uphold all the way down. Holy cow.
You got to give it to Barret Uphold right there, man. That, I'm sorry, Barret Uphold. What a save. Is there any way we can go back and watch that, Mason? You have that on replay by any chance?
We're going to get that on replay. Holy cow, 3 wide, and he almost got Newton cradled into the inside wall there.
Oh, I love it. He's up there high. He's not. Oh, yeah, look, again, the nose just trying to slide around a little bit right there.
I think we might be 1 lap early here. But this is good, because we're gonna see this develop here. It's gonna happen right in front of them.
The wide develop right here. He's got a pretty good run coming up there.
the 12. See, we got 2 wide cars right in front of us here, so that's going to make a big hole. The 43 is going to struggle in the turn. That's going to give the 92 that inside lane. The 83 all the way up the track, and I think the 43 is going to get tight. Oh, he gets loose and slams the 92 in the door. Yep. Great save. A little bit of damage. It could have been a lot worse, though.
Yes, it could have. But I tell you what, that was some outstanding driving by Uphold to not wrap that thing around a telephone pole down there on the inside. I mean, seriously, that was about as out of control as you can get. There goes my Tabasco car. Man, I love. Oh, who's this?
It's the 58 again.
Oh.
The 58's about 7 laps down. It's all that first couple lap incident. Let's get a look at it. Just same spot. Second verse. Loose, tries to save it.
The inside wall is going to get him. Boink.
Undercorrects this time.
Oh, and did you see the paint job he's got?
He's got that
Junior,
awesome. Yeah, that's a pretty cool car. That's unfortunate, though. I think Chastain's running that this weekend.
Yeah. Trackhouse. That's what I was.
Yeah, Trackhouse.
Trackhouse. Yeah, Trackhouse Racing. Justin Marks and those guys talking to Dale Jr. on his download this week. Great podcast. Folks, if you get a chance, go check that out. In the meantime, here we go. The Tabasco car. That's Brogdon up there in 7th. Cracks the top 10. He's looking pretty good. He's making it look easy act there. I've been watching him in the server. I'm in the server with him, and he has a. I wouldn't say he's been perfect, but he's had less mistakes than, let's say that. Oh wow. I'm pixelated real bad. Are you guys seeing this too?
We're good here. It's a little bit pixelated, but we can keep rolling with it here.
All right, yeah, Brock, take it, because I've got no video now.
Yeah, so we're looking like Brogdon's still up in 7th here. He's plus 13, which is
Mason.
The biggest mover right now. And I think we might have some technical difficulties, so I'm just going to keep rolling as we're looking for the battle for 4th right now. Ryan Dingler, Austin Gaccione, the number 8 and the number 16 here. The battle of the worn tires. Coming off of turn 2 here.
All right, I'm back.
All right.
I went and got a chili dog. Not gonna lie, I went and got a chili dog. Couldn't help it.
Gotta love those concession stands. Got to give a shout out to my man Ross Tatum in the chat. Good to see you, buddy. Glad you came out. Good to see you. For those of you that don't know, Ross and I were teammates in the Shake and Bake Cup Series in the early days of my existence on LSRTV. He actually won the championship for us, so that was pretty cool.
Well, hello, Mr. Tatum. Nice to see you out there. To see you. Nice. In the meantime, back on track, Brockton's moved up the spot. You know what he's doing? Brockton, I think Brockton is kind of taking. Oh, look at this.
Oh, bump and run at Homestead. Hold on.
That wasn't very friendly.
Oh.
I don't think Granat appreciated getting passed up by him. My goodness. I'm sorry, that was Stone. As I was saying, he took care of his tires, man. He took care of his tires for the first few laps. I'm looking at his lap times in the server. They weren't as fast as the guys up front. But, oh, look at Dingler, way out of shape off of turn 2 right there. Way out of shape.
Is he doing a defensive line, maybe? Seeing that the 16 is gaining time? I think his tires are shot, though.
See how
sliding up. Ooh.
Man. And you know what? I didn't even talk to the guys before this broadcast about what we're looking at for as like a fuel run, or they're going to run out of tires before they run out of gas kind of thing. It's Homestead, though. Usually you run out of tires before you run out of gas.
Yeah, I would.
Look at how sideways he was right there.
Holy
Did you see that?
cow. I would put money on saying they're going to pit for tires before fuel. If you're running at Homestead, you're probably using about 0.4 to 0.5 gallons a lap, give or take a tenth once the pace slows down. I'm not exactly sure how much fuel they start with, but I'm looking probably about a 40 lap run is what I'd say. So probably something soon.
Yeah, Dingler is dinged up on the outside of his car there.
Just a little bit.
See what I did there?
I saw that.
I'm sorry. I will try to rein it in a little bit.
No, you're good. Hey, man, we're having fun.
Wow, who we got right here? We've got it's hard to tell. I'm still pixelated pretty bad. That's the 23 car, it looks like. Do we have
it's the 23.
Okay, that's Frank Floyd's the third. Back there duking it out with Springer in the 6th, ain't it? That Valvoline car? Just in front of him right here, that's the
right in front of him.
Sean Deal, or Bob Peterson, excuse me. Deal in the 44 is behind them. Or ahead of them, excuse me. Yeah, ahead of them. And that would be that colorful car right there.
The 44 of Sean Deal.
Ooh, that was close. That was the 9 car. A little side draft. That's Barret Morton. Speaking of Barret Morton, don't forget, folks, the fundraiser is still going on for his little girl, Riley. If you'll stop by Fight CFF. Oh, wait, that's not the right website. Give me 1 second. I'll bring it up real quick. The website is fightcf.cff.org. And if you'll search for Riley Morton, or Team Riley's Roses, you can donate. So far, their goal is $5,000. They've raised $2,465, so they're just about halfway to their goal. And what this fundraising is for is to raise money for research towards a cure for cystic fibrosis. As we speak, there is no cure, but there is a lot of medications that have come out. My daughter got her first batch of a new medication today that she does with a breathing treatment that we're looking for some really great response from as far as her lung functionality. And this is only available when we have funding. And unfortunately, there's just not enough money to go around for all the things that we need a cure for. So, we do these little fundraisers every once in a while. So once again, that website is fightcf.cff.org. And then search for Riley Morton or Team Riley's Roses. And you can donate and help these folks find a cure for these children that get afflicted with this horrible, horrible disease. In the meantime, we've got a great little race out here on track. Brockton, look at this out the front windshield of Jeff Brogdon in my Tabasco car. Whoa, where'd that guy go?
And the number 12 gets way loose. Hamilton getting way loose.
Tell him it's not time for hot dogs yet. He's got to wait till the end of the race. It happened to me today at Darlington, man. I was leading the race and got wicked loose coming off at 2. And everybody's like, where are you going? So I'm going to get a hot dog. I'll be back.
Yeah, man, can't resist a mid-race hot dog. You just gotta go for one.
Like pit stops going. I didn't mean to cut you off there, buddy.
No, you're good.
We got Stone on pit road, LaPinta's on pit road, Peterson's on pit road, and Stefan Purcell is in now. Berger came in. Oh no, that was earlier this evening.
I just want to say my estimate was pretty spot on. I said 40. They came in around 35, so I'll take that. That's a win.
And now Dingler's coming in. Oh, we got a caution on track.
Oh man!
And Dingler and Hamilton both just hit pit road, so this might work out for them. If they were far enough down pit road where they can actually do their stops without getting penalized, this will benefit them hugely.
This might have been a spin because of a green flag pit stop.
It's Berger coming off pit road.
Oh, whoa. Look out!
Wow.
Hold the brakes.
Wow. Well, here we go. Caution on track just as green flag pit stop started. And I'm waiting for timing to verify, but it looks to me like the guys that were on pit road should be okay. And Colin, Stone, LaPinta, and those guys will actually be a lap down. Nope. Dingler's showing a lap down now, but I'm sure he'll be okay once it shuffles around. Because they'll be able to stay out and go all the way around, take the wave around. So what we're gonna do, folks, is we're gonna take a quick commercial break, let timing kind of reset once we get these caution flag pit stops done, and when we come back, we'll give you a lineup and let you know who's settled out where and who's still a lap down and yada yada and all that good stuff. So stay with us here at LSRTV at the Florida Man 200 at Homestead Miami Speedway for the Tucson Sound Art Next Gen Cup Series for the L-TAC guys. We'll be right back.
There are moments that surprise and delight the mind and the senses. Introducing Sound Art, the world's first truly customizable, concealed, flat panel art speaker system. A revolutionary combination of incredible sound delivered from your most meaningful pictures. When art and technology intersect, there is a seamless blend of creativity and function.
Come alive in the streetlight, pulling at the stars in the moonlight. Every time I feel you close.
With Sound Art, anyone can print their own artwork or pick from numerous licensed artwork that we have. The possibilities are limitless. Enjoy beautiful and amazing sound throughout your home. The entire surface of your artwork generates incredibly robust sound. Sound Art is elegantly hidden behind a high-grade textured canvas wrap, bringing together the best of sound and art. This innovative design allows for a truly invisible, high-fidelity sound experience without bulky speakers. For licensors and other businesses, we are capable of producing thousands of units per day.
We're using the highest quality materials to give you the best product available in the market. Everywhere you look, there's always art. What I like so much about Sound Art, that you could just pair it and play.
Ansia, your art never sounded so good.
Welcome back to Miami Homestead Raceway, and folks, we got an update on you. Ryan Dingler, the 8 car, has retired from the race. Not sure what happened to him. We'll try and get some sort of a idea there. Also, Springer has retired from the race, although I don't think Springer was actually racing. I think he was spotting for somebody. It looks to me like, let's see, coming off pit road here, Ryan Dingler, oh wow, lost control of the vehicle, got in the grass and got up on track and wound up getting a penalty and just said, the hell with it, I'm done. Okay. In the meantime, we have a race to continue with. Matt Rucci wins the race off pit road, followed by Anthony Muzady, Austin Gaccione in third, Hunter Thrower fourth, and Jeffrey Brogdon in that Tabasco car. Wow. Jeffrey's really making some moves out there. He's moved all the way up to fifth Now, prior to that caution coming out, Brockton, we had some guys on pit road. Can you update us on where they kind of came out on that?
Yeah, and what I'm looking at is they might have gotten caught a lap down, because I still have Jeremy Berger, who was the cause of that caution, so I'm sure he's going to get something for that. He's back in 12th. Colin Stone, Mario Lapinta, Grant Peterson, and Stefan Purcell all came in on lap 34, and they're all 13th through 16th, so they might have had to take the wave on that, but it's a win-lose situation. They didn't really lose much, but they didn't gain much either. They should be okay, but it was very interesting timing on that. Very unfortunate timing, because it would have been interesting to see the effects of that green flag pit stop.
Absolutely. Now, quick update on our new guy in the nationwide Chevy ZL1. The 28 of Nathaniel Ames is being shown 2 laps down. Not really sure what happened there with him. Possibly a penalty on pit road. We'll see if we can't get some sort of answer for you on that before this is over with. Ames ran out of fuel. Oh,
man.
no. Wow. Ran out of fuel.
Ran out of fuel. Interesting.
And Hamilton stuck the lap down because he pit just as the caution came out. Okay. And he got a penalty for that. So here we go. Caution flag. Sorry, green flag is back out. And here we go. Man, look at this. Off to a couple of double wide fights here. And who's that keeps blinking? That's not the Tabasco car, is it? It is. Brogdon with some connection issues. We'll have to keep an eye on that, because that can be very distracting, Brockton, when you got a guy in front of you that just keeps blinking in and out like that.
Absolutely, especially through the corners with all this stuff going on. His dirty air is still getting simulated, but you can't see him, so it's kind of a weird situation there when you got somebody blinking in and out like that. Luckily, I remember there was a time where the tires would smoke every time somebody blinked. Luckily, that's been patched, because I remember that would dirty up your windshield and everything, and it would be really bad about 5 laps in.
Yeah, if you see that like 9 cars back, I think they're wrecking, so you get off the gas, you know?
Absolutely.
Right now, his quality is about 260, but it's coming down in a hurry, so it might be sorting itself out. I can see that he definitely hasn't disappeared anymore in the server, so that's good. Right now, it's at 180, and it's coming back down. So yeah, he looks like he's got that sorted out. And as I say that, he goes back into stealth mode. Awesome. Poor guy. I feel bad. I hate connection issues, man. It really just takes the fun out of racing. You know what I mean?
It is one of the hardships of online racing. With guys, that's the best thing and the worst thing about racing here. You race with people all over the world, all over the country, but you also have to deal with the internet all across the country and all over the world. And sometimes they don't quite, I don't know, talk well with the actual server, and you get stealth mode. I like that. I should use that, the stealth mode.
Well, it stems from being asked not to talk about during broadcasts.
The dreaded.
I came up with stealth mode.
I like that.
We'll engage the cloaking device and see how that works out. For those of you that aren't Star Trek nerds, Google cloaking device. You'll understand. Anyway, back up front, Rucci is kind of, going back to where we were before the caution flag came out. He's out to a little bit over half a second lead over Muzady. You got Gaccione back there in 3rd, Thrower 4th, Brogdon 5th, Tyler Granat up to 6th, Morton in 7th, Deal in 8th, Stone in 9th, and rounding out your top 10 so far, Barrick Uphold in that 9-2, who we saw have a very exciting moment earlier in this race, Brockton.
Yeah, Uphold is doing good. He's just kind of sitting right in the middle of the pack, and really that's not a bad place to be. Just getting some decent points, top 10, get around the track, really feel what you're doing, because, I mean, we're now in its time of the race where this track's rubbered in. Oh, man, caution. As I was about to say how good it would be to get a green flag run. Oh, no!
Yes.
John. It's our guy.
I'm brokenhearted. Well, actually, it looks to me like he had come down.
He might have been dropping back
he
for
was
the
trying
net
to
code.
pull down and get out of the way.
Oh, no.
And, he just got a little loose right there. That's really unfortunate. Luckily, he didn't hit anything.
Yeah.
That's the good news. That's the good news. So hopefully he'll be able to get these issues sorted out, man, because he was actually, I mean, I'm rooting for him because he's a Tabasco car, but I mean, let's be honest, he was actually having a really great run right there. That's heartbreaking for him. You know what I mean? Oh goodness, man.
Yeah, that's just a bad case scenario all around. You get told to drop to the back because you're blinking a little bit. So you drop to the back, then you put some tires on some uneven surfaces, you spin out, you bring in caution. Now everybody's mad at you because you brought a caution out. So just bad news all the way around. Hopefully that kind of settles down and he can get back up here. But
I mean, you're talking about a guy who gridded 20th and was already up inside the top 10, having a great run, but he'll be back. I think once he gets his internet to calm itself down a little bit. I wonder if he's out on Avery Island. Maybe that's the problem. He's out on Avery Island. Let me just tell you about Avery Island, man. Avery Island is where they make Tabasco sauce at, and it's literally an island that sits out in the middle of Iberia Parish, out by New Iberia. And if you ever get some time, Brockton, Google Jefferson Island, Avery Island, and then Google Texaco oil rig punches through Salt Dome, if you can remember that. It's a very interesting bit of Louisiana history that occurred back in 1981. So I'm guessing prior to you being born?
Just a little bit.
Yeah. It was one of the few times that a natural river flowed backwards for more than a day.
Huh.
Yeah. The lake, the Avery Island is situated around, and Jefferson Island, all that, sit right off of Lake Penure, and Lake Penure was sitting on top of a salt dome that they actually had a operation going on, and they were mining salt and salt mine down there, and Texaco was trying to drill an oil well up top and accidentally punched through the top of the salt dome, which resulted in basically like if you pull the plug in a bathtub drain, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The tub starts to drain, right? That little whirlpool.
Yeah.
Well, imagine one of those about 40 foot in diameter just sucking down an entire drilling rig.
Oh, dear.
And all the barges with it, and then half of the island that it's sitting next to. It was insane, man.
That's crazy.
Anyway, I digress. We have a NASCAR race to talk about. Second caution of the night. We're just about, I don't know, let's see, 16 laps shy of halfway. We had a really good green flag run there, which is where we were when the first caution came out. We were under green flag pit stops. About lap 36 is where that started at. So we can assume by that we'll start seeing some more green flag pit stops. Probably, if I had to guess, right around lap 75 or 80. What do you think?
Yeah, I would think around 75, 80. It kind of depends upon how far you think you can stretch it. I mean, these guys were going full out for the first 10, 15 laps. So now we're kind of getting back into a groove. We're getting caution laps, so that's going to add a lap or two here and there.
Yeah.
So it's going to really decide it's going to be how far do you want to push it? Do you want to risk running out? If a caution comes out late, you'll run out under caution. So I think a safe number would be around 75. A pushing it number would be around 80.
Well, what I find interesting is we're under caution, and none of these guys took a chance at ducking in, or did they? Did I miss the green flag pit stop? No, I didn't.
Hamilton, Jeremy Berger, Jeff Brogdon, Stefan Purcell, Grant Peterson, and Logan Hamilton all have pit stops from lap 47 to 48, which was just a couple laps ago.
So we'll be watching for these guys. Oh, Brogdon's back in again, trying to
filling it all the way to the top.
Yeah. Until we meant for that to register what you said, filling it all the way to the top. Yes, topping his tank off. I imagine actually he's trying to get his internet issues fixed, because I'm still looking at him in the server, and his quality keeps really just going way up into the red. I'm talking like 800 a minute ago.
Oof.
Yeah, so he's still dealing with some issues. That's really unfortunate, man. But what's really worse is he's all the way out in California.
Yeah, that's a tough one. When the host session's probably somewhere over in the East Coast.
Yeah, it's in Boston. So,
yeah.
Oops. Well, here we are, about to go back to green. They are stacked back up, double wide here. Rucci up front, Muzady, Thrower, Gaccione, Tyler Granat, Morton, Deal, Stone, Uphold, and Wilson are your top 10. Brockton, do you feel like bringing us back to green, buddy?
Absolutely.
All right, it's yours, man.
All right, as the pace truck comes off of turn 4, Matt Rucci gonna bring him to the green flag. Anthony Muzady side by side with him. Pace truck is off. Waiting for the flagman. Green flag is out. Rucci on the loud pedal. Muzady side by side with now Gaccione pushing ruthlessly on the back bumper of the 48. Now some separation side by side. The 48-49. 48 going to clear him coming off a 2.
Clears him coming off a 2, but the 49 is going to fight back on the outside. It looks like really that Rucci didn't want to just cut up in front of him in that 48 car down there on the low side. So here we got Muzady back on the outside in that 49. In the meantime, down low, Gaccione in the 16 car back there in third place, just trying to figure out who he wants to get behind right now. These guys are driving it really hard, Brackton. I'm really surprised at how hard they're running these cars right now.
Yeah, these guys smelt the blood in the water. Ooh, the 49, Anthony Muzady way up high. That kind of killed his momentum a little bit. Now the number 16 gonna try to get that draft, and here comes somebody we haven't talked about a lot today, the 83 of Hunter Thrower.
Yeah, Hunter's going to poke his nose into this fight, saying, hey, fellas, where y'all been? I'm here. Let's do it. Let's party. In the meantime, he's running fourth right there. Back up front, Rucci and Muzady still going at it. Now they've kind of swapped sides. You got the 48 on the outside, 49 on the inside. 48 swings down, takes the line away from Muzady. The 49 going to give him some dirty air to deal with right there. And we talked about this pre-race. They got to be careful getting back in that throttle coming up off the inside of turn 2 right there. That's a danger spot we talked about, which is really crazy. I mean, as much trouble we saw in practice for these guys, Brockton, they've actually been doing pretty doggone good about keeping the car straight off exit 2.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing about us race car drivers. We learn a lot by wrecking a race car.
Yes. And the great thing about iRacing is it doesn't cost you hundreds and thousands of dollars.
Absolutely.
When it happens. You don't have to worry about hospitalization bills. You don't have to worry about the $500,000 you spent wrecking the entire car, and now there's no parts for the next one to build. I mean, it's a sim, so go out there and push it to the limits. And, you know, when you watch a practice session these guys run, that's all they're really doing. It's not that they're bad drivers, people. They're pushing the envelope in practice, trying to figure out what they can do with this car before we get to this situation in the race. Lap 54 out of 134, and we've got a great race shaping up right here, folks. You're looking at 92 of Barret Uphold. He's up there in 8th. Behind him, Logan Hamilton and Sean Deal are battling for 9th, right inside the top 10 right there. Brockton, what a great battle we're watching right here.
Yeah, this is a real good battle, showing the strengths of each lane. The bottom lane gets a good run into the corner, and the two top lanes guys up here, the 44 and the 92, walking away on that outside lane. Let's see what Hamilton goes for. He's going to opt for the outside lane, braving the dirty air. He's going to get a good run through the center of that corner. He's coming up on Deal quick. You better watch out, 44.
That nose stuck really good. We were riding along with Logan Hamilton there from Indian Trail, North Carolina. Hey, put that graphic back up real quick, Mason. I want to talk about Logan real quick. This guy's got 3 career wins here in L-TAC. He's got the 2021 Roval race that he won. He also won at Daytona Road Course, and he won here recently in Kentucky. So, you know, people have been saying, oh, he's a road course ringer. No, he actually got it done in Kentucky as well. So Logan, kind of quite an accomplished driver here at the L-TAC Series. And we'll ride now with Hamilton on the outside, looking in sort of on the, well, he's the top 10, right? Yeah. They're in the top 10. He just passed up Deal to take 9th right there. Watch this as he goes through turn right here, way up high through 1 and 2. Right there in that dirty air from Uphold right there in front of him. And look at those RPMs. Right around 7,300, man. Great shot, Mason. Thank you so much for that shot, buddy.
Yeah, and another thing on Hamilton, he's only 24 laps away. He's got to lead 24 laps to tie the record of most laps led. That's previously held by Holden McGill.
Holden McGill, yeah, but the thing is, he's having a hard time getting up the front. Right, yeah. You got to be in the lead to get those laps counted as lead laps, and I mean, you know, that's a lot easier said than done with this group. I mean, these guys have all got a lot of talent behind the wheel, and oh, look at that! Somebody got out of shape back there. They stayed straight, but man, was he out of shape.
But
no idea who it was.
Something I want to point out here is Hamilton pit on lap 48. He's got the freshest tires in the field, and he can go the longest on fuel. I have a calculation saying that he can get to 85, while most of these guys can only get to about 75, so he might be able to get 5 or 6 laps led under a green flag pit stop.
There you go. There's the graphic right there. The number in yellow all the way out to the right by Hamilton name. That's how long he's been out on track since the last time he was in pit road, right? You're looking at that right?
Yes, yeah.
Yay, my math works.
So I've got him to be able to go to about 85, as in all the guys in front of him, except for Stone. Stone's going to have to come down sooner because he came on lap 34, but the rest of these guys will have to come in about 15 laps here, John.
15 laps, we'll be looking out for that. Right now, we are at lap 60 out of 134. About 6.5, 7 laps away from the halfway point of this race. And I tell you what, it's been a great race so far. We've had some drama. We've had some guys spinning out, but we haven't had anything major. We haven't had any major wrecks, which is good. I'm not, let me knock on wood before jinx us all here. But these guys have really done a fantastic job of controlling this race car. And I bring that up, Logan, because we were on Logan. I'm so sorry, Brockton. I'm looking at Logan and thinking of you. Yeah. Anyway, they've done a really fantastic job getting these cars through a tricky corner. I mean, and we talked about this pre-race. 1 and 2 are to me a lot different than 3 and 4. It feels to me when I drive this race course that 3 and 4 are a tighter radius turn than 1 and 2. What do you think about that?
Yeah, the definitely how you get into the corner is a lot different than in 1 and 2, because you know you're getting so much speed coming out of 1 and 2, and through 3 and 4 here it just feels like that wall kicks out a little bit as we're on that board with Grant Peterson here and coming into 1 and 2.
Altoona, what an odd name for a city. But then again, I live in a place where we've got, you know, towns like Broussard, Thibodaux, Del Cambry, places like that. So I shouldn't be talking about people's towns. Anyway, right along with Grant Peterson, that 52 car, watching his line here. So he's down low. This is through 1 and 2 right here coming up. I'm sorry, this is through 3 and 4 coming up onto the front stretch right here. And now we're going to go all the way down this long front stretch down into 1 and 2 and going to ease off the throttle right about here. Needs to keep it down low all the way through the middle of the turn right here, and then you're going to start letting it drift up just a little bit as we exit 2. Easing back onto the throttle right there. Ooh, we got a little wiggle right there. And then as you come down this back stretch, Brockton, going back into 3 and 4 right here, there's the difference right here. It is a little bit more of a narrow turn in for 3 and 4 because of the way the track is shaped, I think. The turns aren't exactly the same, so your exit is really wicked slide up to the wall right there. You're right, it feels so weird when you come out of 4 right there and it looks like that wall's coming straight at you.
Yeah, and it could be a little bit of a Mandela effect too, of just your mind playing tricks on you because you feel like that's such a high pressure corner, but it definitely does feel different. You can't drive it the same. You've got to, you know, I hit the brakes about 100 foot earlier and dive it down a bit harder into 3 and 4 than I do in 1 and 2.
I don't even touch the brake pedal. Maybe that's my problem.
I fight my wheels a little harder than everybody else too. So.
Well, here we are, folks, about 65 laps into this thing out of 134, just a couple laps shy of halfway. Matt Rucci still leads this thing over Muzady by about a second and a half, and then Muzady's got about a second and a half over Gaccione, so it's getting kind of spread out right now, Brockton, and I gotta think that that's because these guys understand they still got half the race to go. They're going to just kind of calm down and ride around out there, you know, log some laps in and probably save something for the end of this race.
Yeah, you got to save both your car and yourself. It's a long race. For only a 1.5 mile track, it feels like it almost drives like a 2.5 mile short track. You're always trying to find the grip. You're always trying to battle the car. And not to mention, you got 20 guys out there with you that you still have to watch out for. So you got to save the nose of the car. If that nose, specifically where that grill opening is, if that gets damaged in any way, you're going to be battling a tight car the rest of the night. And, you know, Homestead normally trends tight, as we're seeing an awesome battle here. These guys don't care if they got a car or not at lap 134. They're going for it, and that's the 81 of Tyler Genner and the 9 of Barret Morton. That's our lucky draw guy. He's sitting up in 6th there, bud.
Yeah, he's making some moves out there. I've been watching him. You know, he's basically started dead last in the field, and now he's cracked the top 10. So that's kudos out to him. And I tell you what, man, if he keeps this up, he's got half the race to go, Brockton. He could actually, I think he would be the first person I've seen since I started doing these broadcasts. Correct me if I'm wrong, Mason or Nolan, if one of y'all could, but he'll be the first one that I've seen to actually take the bonus if he wins this thing. Yeah, normally the guy that we pick for these lucky bonus points, you know, the lucky draw doesn't fare too well when we choose him.
Yeah, I think win or lose on this one, he's got to be happy with how he's running this from 21st to 6th. That's a plus 16 on the night. That's a pretty good stat right there. Nobody's even close to that.
Yes, it is a great stat. 1 second. Sorry, I got somebody trying to call me on Facebook through my computer. I didn't know you could do that. Kind of threw me off a little bit. That really, I did not realize that people could call you through phone messenger. I mean, through Messenger, like a phone call.
Yeah, the things you learn sometimes.
It pops up in my face like, what the hell is that? I don't need that right now. But anyway, back to the race here. I'm telling you, Muzady's got something figured out. I'm sorry, not Muzady. Rucci's got something. Oh, Hamilton in the wall.
Car in the wall. That's not Hamilton. That's the 57.
Was that? I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was Stefan Purcell.
Purcell, right?
Purcell.
Okay. Sorry, my apologies. I got the two. I mean, they both have a purple car. My bad. Yeah,
one of two purple cars in the field.
Yeah. And wow, man, that was a kind of a hard hit.
Whoa, we got a Dale car getting out of shapes.
Man,
where'd he go?
We're at that point in the run though. Somebody is. Who was that back there?
It was the 09, and he's still
the 09.
spinning.
Still spinning. Bring the cautions out.
Oh man.
We're just getting to that point, as I was saying, Brockton. We were just getting to the point, I think, where we're gonna start seeing some guys looking for, you know, pit stops pretty soon. Wow, look at that long slide. He's definitely gonna need some tires.
Yeah, those tires were begging for a little more than mercy at that point.
Absolutely, man.
I would have been real interested to see how that would have played out, because these guys would have had to pit in about 4 laps.
Yeah. And now they get to do it all under caution. I mean, a green flag pit stop here is also fun to watch.
Yeah.
Getting woed down coming off of 3. I mean, you're already light coming out of that turn, you know? So then getting on the brakes, trying to get down to pit road without wrecking, it's never fun. Hey, Ryan, I see you in chat, dude. Man, sorry that your night went the way it did, buddy.
Yeah, just one of those racing deals that just happens to happen at the worst times.
happens to happen, huh?
Yeah, happens to happen.
Well, folks, we're going to take a real fast time out, and when we come back, we'll bring some more of this green flag racing to you. Meantime, I think we're all going to step aside, get some water. You guys get you your favorite adult beverage. I mean, it's Friday night, man. Pop one for me, will you? And we're going to do some pit stops, and when we come back, we'll get some green flag racing in. Stay tuned to LSRTV.
There are moments that surprise and delight the mind and the senses. Introducing Sound Art, the world's first truly customizable, concealed, flat panel art speaker system. A revolutionary combination of incredible sound delivered from your most meaningful pictures. When art and technology intersect, there is a seamless blend of creativity and function.
Come alive in the streetlight, pulling at the stars in the moonlight. Every time I feel you close.
With Sound Art, anyone can print their own artwork or pick from numerous licensed artwork that we have. The possibilities are limitless. Enjoy beautiful and amazing sound throughout your home. The entire surface of your artwork generates incredibly robust sound. Sound Art is elegantly hidden behind a high-grade, textured canvas wrap, bringing together the best of sound and art. This innovative design allows for a truly invisible, high-fidelity sound experience without bulky speakers. For licensors and other businesses, we are capable of producing thousands of units per day.
We're using the highest quality materials to give you the best product available in the market. Everywhere you look, there's always art. What I like so much about Sound Art, that you could just pair it and play.
Ansia, your art never sounded so good.
And welcome back to LSRTV's production of the L-TAC Tucson Sound Art Cup Series, the Next Gen Cup Series. It's the Florida Man 200 here at Homestead Speedway. And as you were watching on screen, our guy, Morton, came in, but took fuel only, and then came out in the lead, and we're like, well, what was that all about? Maybe he's just trying to lead a lap. Didn't get the lap led point because his pit was right before the finish line. Ouch. So unfortunately, I don't know if it was a mistake there. He didn't take any tires out, just fuel, so he had to come back down. He's got tires now. He comes back out in what looks like 14th place. We'll have to keep an eye on that. In the meantime, back up front, Matt Rucci's still leading this fiasco. Sorry, that's really not a fiasco. I shouldn't say that. That was harsh. It's been a good race, actually. It's been relatively incident-free. I wish we knew how many lead changes we had. It would be great if we had, say, a graphic that showed that. Do we have one, Mason? Do we have one? I thought we did. Maybe we don't. I might be thinking about the Monday night series. I'm sorry.
If I would have to guess, I'd say we'd have about 5 or 6 between 2 or 3 drivers.
You're being generous, man, because I don't think we've had. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think we've had that much. I know. Honestly, it was Dingler. First, it was Dingler and Muzady, and then it's been pretty much Rucci up front all night. Maybe Muzady a couple times.
Gaccione was up there a couple times too.
Gaccione, you mean?
Yeah, Gaccione.
Yeah,
sorry.
he was our pole sitter, so I'm sure he got at least one lap led. But yeah, we'll look into that. Maybe folks get you another graphic so we can show stuff like that. But it's been a good race. Don't get me wrong. It's just, just some, I don't know, some incidences. Is that the word? Incidents. Yes.
Yeah.
That could have been huge and weren't, I guess is what I'm trying to say. In the meantime, we're doubled up. Lights are off on the pace car, or excuse me, the pace truck, because they're fancy down here in Florida. And we're going to go back to green with Muzady on the outside, Rucci on the inside. Behind them, you've got the 16 of Gaccione. To his outside, you've got Granat in 4th, Hunter Thrower back there in 5th, and Stone back there in 6th in the 43 car. And we're about to go back to green here. You watch the pace truck out of the hood cam of Hunter Thrower, off the roof cam there, down on pit road. Here we go, restart zone, and the green flag is out. And wow, got a little bit of a tire spin, it looked like, on the 48 right there. It's going to let Muzady on the outside possibly take this going down through 1 and 2.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, I don't know what happened on that restart, because they got real spread out on the top side there.
Yeah, they did. Little side drafting coming off of 2 right here. Side drafting, man, that's just something I am not comfortable doing in iRacing, Brock. I'm going to tell you why. It has more times often than not bit me in the butt, because I get so close to the car next to me that all of a sudden the internet sees him as inside my race car for about a half a second, and then the next thing you know, I'm flipping down the backstretch. Nobody's fault, really. It's not like we did it on purpose, but that's why I just don't trust side drafting. But these guys seem to enjoy it quite a bit. We watched the 83 car of Hunter Thrower right on the back door there of Stone coming through that turn, trying to get him maybe a little loose, get him to move up a little bit. And they're back. Is that Muzady down there? What happened to Muzady in the 49 all of a sudden?
Yeah, that's Muzady all the way back down to 5th right now. A Hornet's Nest 5th on back right now, it looks like. Side by side with the 43 of Stone. Stone getting back up into the top 5.
Oh, Muzady got loose coming out of 2, it looks like. And great save, but my goodness, he was all the way down on the inside of the track, just trying to gather it back up. So that's what happened to him, to take him from fighting for the lead now to trying to fight to stay in the top 5. As we ride along with Hunter Thrower on that roof cam again, right there on the back of the 49. And we've seen these loose tires a lot, Brockton, on a restart with the low pressures, waiting for the pressure to come up in these tires. And there's really no way around it. You just got to be patient and let the tire temperatures build up before this car really settles in.
Yeah, the low tire pressure, the low temperatures, everything is cold and low, and it's real slick, especially with this progressive banking. We saw the 49 of Muzady all the way up on the top, so you push it a little too hard, you're gonna slip around, and he's lucky he didn't get collected. And Stone giving somebody the bumper there. I think that was the 81 of Tyler Granat up there, and gave him a little bit of a bumper through 3 and 4. That's a little dangerous.
Yeah, bump drafting never works out on these tracks, but hey, why not give it a shot, right? I mean, he held on to it. He's still fighting up there for that spot. He's got, Muzady down there on the inside trying to make up some spots here. 3 wide coming off of 2 right here. He's out of shape. He's way out of shape.
What a save! Oh my goodness.
Wow, that was Stone in the 43. Man, what a save. Can we maybe get that out of the in-car? Mason, see what that looked like from his point of view and what his hands were doing to save that car?
If not, I bet Thrower had a really good seat for that one.
No doubt. Man, that was, I think I would have probably tinkled on myself.
I thought that was the whole field about to be gone right there. That was a heck of a save.
No doubt. I mean, he was up high. Well, not up high, but in the middle right there.
On board with Thrower.
And Thrower's going to have an eye full of this one. And you can see that nose slewing around right there. Wow.
That could not have been any closer.
Throttle. I don't think Thrower even got out of the throttle right there, man.
At that point, you can't. You just got to go for it.
That's some brass-sized cojones right there, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. Hey, remember my buddy in that Tabasco car that was having all those connection issues? He's back.
He's back.
Brockton has made it up back into the top 10 now. Looks like he's got his connection issues fixing that Tabasco car. We'll see what he can do with it. He's right there on the back door of Morton in that 9 car. Barret Morton, we were talking about his daughter earlier, the CF fight that they've got going on. For that fundraiser, it's fightcff.cf.org. No, I'm sorry, it's fightcf.cff.org. We look for Riley Morton, and I'm sorry, I'm getting another message. This is so distracting. All these people leave me alone. I'm sorry. Look for Riley's Roses or Riley Morton if you want to donate to the fundraiser. But he's got a mirror full right now of that Tabasco car. Right now, I bet he's wishing he had some gumbo he could throw on there. little Cajun humor for the folks.
There you go.
Oh, and he just disappeared again. Come on, Brogdon, don't do this to me, man. Don't do this to me, buddy.
It's just one of those nights for the Tabasco machine.
I'm telling you, look at this up from Morton up here. We got 3 cars really rim riding here at Homestead. And that makes me so nervous. The car disappears like that, dude. I ain't even gonna lie. Oh, I literally, whenever I see somebody doing that, I just get off the throttle. I don't even care about losing spots. I don't want to be around somebody like that, man. I mean, at some point, it's just got to be like, oh, screw it. I don't want to see this guy anymore. I'm just going to let him go. Just go away. Shoot. But anyway, I mean, you know, hey, my heart goes out to him with those bad connection issues. I mean, I've knock on wood again. I don't have those issues very often unless it's like a hurricane heading my way or something like that. I've been lucky, even though I have Cox cable. It seems to cut out on me every day when I'm in the middle of a great movie. But whatever. Back to the race. The number 2 car, Berger. We saw him bring out a caution earlier, Brockton. He's doing pretty good now.
Yeah, you know, gotta get that one mistake out of the way, and he got it out of the way pretty early, and he's scrapped his way back up to the top 6. Not bad as the 83 looking below him, but I gotta update everybody on the rookie tonight, Nathaniel Ames. Unfortunately, got a black flag for passing on the inside before the start-finish. He's now 5 laps down on his debut. That's not gonna be a debut to remember, but I mean, you got to give it to him for getting up here, putting laps in. That's what matters, getting around guys and running hard. He's doing a good job right now, keeping the nose of the car is clean. If he brings this car home clean, I'd call that a win for him.
Oh, sorry, 100% agree with you on that. That's a good looking paint scheme, I might add. I like that nationwide thing he's got going on there. Didn't realize, are they still in NASCAR?
Not
real
that
life,
I know of.
Yeah, I tell you what, that was a great sponsor for Earnhardt Jr. to have for such a long time that he had them. They did a lot of great work with actually children's hospitals out there in the Charlotte area. Did a lot of great work with them out there. A lot of money spent towards research and funding and taking care of these kids. There were places like St. Jude, stuff like that. So my hat's off to the folks at Nationwide. But hey, we still have another great race right here going on. And look at that. Is that, I can't tell which purple car that is.
That's the 12. That's Hamilton on that one.
Logan Hamilton right there. So did you see how much he washed up there on exit of turn? What was that, 2 they were going through just now?
Yeah, the washing up and stuff like that, that's the scary part for me. I can deal with the blinking and stuff like that, but it's when you just don't know where the car is going and you can see it, that's the worst part for me.
Yeah, when they get that 4-wheel drift going and you know he's going to the outside, but he's going to go to the outside in front of you or behind you. That's a big question. Let's see what's going on in the broadcast chat here. Oh, Okay, he was giving us the update on what happened to Ames. That's a doggone shame. If I'm Ames, but I'm holding my head up high because he's so far, other than that mistake, he's had a pretty good race tonight. Been incident free, kept it straight, and that's what you want for your first time debut with a group of guys like this. As we ride along with the two of Jeremy Berger right here. Berger up to 7th after some earlier issues tonight. And hey, I mean, if Berger can come back from sliding down the backstretch, I think our guy Ames. Well, no, you can't come back from 6 laps down, can you? Not really.
No, unfortunately, that's a tough task.
Yeah.
We'd have to get a couple wrecks, a lot more.
Don't hate me, Nolan. It was a joke. If it really happens, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm gonna throw some comedian at you now, yeah?
No, I think we did the commentator's curse that it's not gonna happen.
That's right. It's not gonna happen. We refuse to lose. Hunter Thrower, look at that. He's having a pretty good run tonight. Hunter's up there in 6th. Put a little pressure on Hamilton for the 5th spot, but look at that, man. They just wash up so much coming on exit right there. Right now, these guys are looking at about almost 20 laps on a set of tires. Most of these guys are. Brogdon's out there with slightly younger tires. He came in on lap 74 versus lap 72 for most of these guys. Barret Morton in the 9 car came in on 73. So most of these guys, about 20 laps on these tires. Now, we talked about this earlier, Brockton. We're looking at about 36 laps on fuel. So I would venture to say that anytime between lap, say 100 and 105, we should see everybody having come in, gotten those last 4 fresh good years and a full tank of fuel. What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, basically anywhere from the next 10, 15 laps, you're good to go. I would wait as long as I can, maybe to get that last little bit of fresh rubber squeezed out of it. Because, I mean, we're just seeing these guys wash up and get loose off the corner. You're going to need as much.
What was that? Oh,
as the 11 blinking back there still. But you want as much grip as you can to be able to dive down like the 9 is doing, trying to get the Burger Man up there.
Hey, Burger Man! No, you didn't.
A little bit of brain fart on that one. Sorry, Jeremy.
Burger Man, hey man, I'm hungry. Give me a cheeseburger. Get what I mean? That was horrible.
Burger.
I'll take the burger without the Jeremy. Thank you.
Oh boy.
Man, I tell you what. Hey, Brockton, I've got a question for you.
I got an answer, maybe.
Are you familiar with Tucson Sound Dart services that they provide?
You know I am, but for the people who don't, why don't you tell them?
Tucson Sound Art introduces an entirely new and enjoyable way to listen to music in your home. Uploading and making your own images and pictures into Sound Art is as easy as 1, 2, and 3. Everyone who looks at the picture will wonder where the great sound is coming from. A single charge will last days and give you the ability to go truly wireless with no power cables. Sound Art looks good in any room in the house, from the front room to the back room. The speakers are powered by batteries and receive audio via a Bluetooth connection, meaning nobody will even know that the art they're looking at is actually producing the sound they're hearing. Tucson Sound Art specializes in creating custom artwork from your personal artwork and photos. You can choose images from their expensive collection of high-quality photos. It's a perfect gift for friends, family, and business associates. To learn more, please visit www.tucsonsoundart.com. That's www.tucsonsoundart.com.
There you go.
That'll be $100, please, there, Mr. Mason Humboldt.
Oh, dear.
Well, I'll tell you what, we've got a gaggle of cars. That's what I'm looking for right here. Look at this, man.
Did you see Muzady sideways there?
He was
Holy
dirt packing coming off turn. That is not going to help his back tires out at all.
He is getting everything out of him.
Yes, he is. And I tell you what, I think it's because he sees that 16 car up there in his mirror who's been making some ground up on him. But they've also given up 5 seconds to Rucci, who has stepped out on this race, man. Look at that.
That 16's gotten bigger, but the 48's gotten way smaller.
Yeah, Rucci's got this track figured out, man. Let's ride along with Rucci if we can, Mason, for about a lap. I just want to see what kind of a line he's running, what his throttle work looks like here. So we're on board with Rucci now, going down through, what is that, 1 and 2 he's in right there? Is it 3?
Coming out 1 and 2 here.
He's out to the wall. He's still got a little wiggle going on there. He's way out, right up against that wall. He's going to go down to the inside, gets down to the throttle right there, about the normal spot. He never gets fully out of the throttle.
He's-
Look at that. He's only 75% out. on
He's
him.
putting it real shallow too.
Yeah, that's
Not
impressive.
really letting it wash up.
But he's easy on the throttle. Look at that. Real easy back onto the throttle.
And that's what this track is. It's all rhythm. You got to be smooth. You're not seeing him really yank the wheel back and forth, even when it gets loose like it does now. Ooh,
Yeah, that nose.
he
is
just
definitely
kind of lets it,
Oh,
lets it run its course. Oh, I stand corrected. He's
maybe we
still
should get the
fighting
camera
it.
off. Maybe we're jinxing it.
Let's
Oh, he's gonna go back and watch. He goes, "Oh, that's what happened. It was those guys.
It was them.
I went 98 laps, no issues. They put me on the damn camera and I wrecked." Ah! Wow. It has. You're right. Let's not say that though. Let's not do that. I don't want to be the. I don't want to be the one that's like, "Hey, tell us about your race. You wrecked me." Oh,
You're
okay.
right. Yeah, producer's curse. We can't start that trend. Maybe
No, we can't.
maybe that's what it's been all along.
Excuse me. That went down the wrong pipe right there. Rocking, you're killing me, man.
Well, I also, during this little green flag stretch, I went back and I did find how many lead changes we've had, and we have had 4 so far.
Well, I didn't think it was very high. I really didn't. I mean,
Nope.
I love Matt. He's a great guy. Love talking to him, but Jesus, he is making this race just boring. We need to tell Roland we need to throw a caution and give Rucci a 1-lap penalty just to make this.
We need a debris caution,
Yeah,
and
3 and 4,
it's-
Nolan. We can see it up here in the booth. Why can't you guys see it? I'm just saying. Kidding.
Yeah,
That's-
tire carcass.
Let's look at the timing now. I mean, we've been talking 2 laps. That's all we talked about. 2 laps since we brought Rucci up, and he was at 4.9. He is now at the 5.8 ahead of these guys. That's really impressive when you stop and think about it. We are so far into a run right now, 30 laps almost into a run, and he has got enough tire left to continue to move the car out further away from the rest of the field. That's very impressive when you stop and look at it.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. The consistency, and I'd be interested to see.
Jason.
I'd be interested to see how far his times have dropped versus Anthony's,
Well, I can get that for you right now.
because we can get his best lap time, which was a 33.6, and his last lap time, which was a 34.6. So he's only basically dropped about a second.
Well, he did his fastest lap after that last pit stop too, also, by the way. And when he came off of pit road, his first lap up to speed off pit road was a 33.8.
Holy
2 laps
cow.
later, 33.6, okay? But they've been riding the 33s, but he's now, here we are 30 laps later, he's only down to 34.6, so he's only lost 1 second on time. So that is not just being fast, but that is all being smooth right there. Smooth in his input, smooth off the gas, smooth with his wheel input. I mean, that's just being smooth, man. We'll call him Captain Smoothie from now on. How's that sound?
Yeah, and just to put that in perspective, he's gone 30 laps and only lost a second.
Yeah, that's really impressive. That is really impressive. Wow. Anyway, back to the racing that's going on behind him. We got Thrower, got a lot of pressure right now from Stone down there on the low side. Stone trying to make a pass. That is for 7th spot right there. Thrower has it. Stone wants it. Denied at the moment. This is all going on behind 6th place of Barret Morton up there in the 9 car. And if I'm not mistaken, I think I saw somebody ducking down pit road. Do we have guys on pits?
Yeah, we had a couple guys. That blue car that we saw was the 92 of Barrick Uphold coming out of pit road there.
At 102.
Jeff-
Brogdon was on pit road at 99.
That's our only takers as of now, but I'm certain we're going to see more here in the next 5 to 6 laps.
Yeah, it looks like some of these guys decided to go ahead and just push it all the way to the envelope here. We know that's about, what, lap 37 or 8? Who ran out of fuel earlier? That was,
It was the 28th of Nathaniel Ames, I believe.
ran out of fuel? Yeah, somebody
I
ran out of
think he
fuel.
did.
And that was right when the caution came out. So that should tell you, about 37 laps total on gas. So we're at lap 34 now. So we'll see what happens with these guys up front. Oh, here's somebody in the pits now.
That's the
Logan
12.
Hamilton's 12 car. Yep, Hamilton's on pit road. Sean Dale is now on pit road in the 44. Frank Flores in the 23 car, he's on pit road. Everybody's coming in. We need the gas. We need tires. We need it now. Let's go.
Now, Jeff, if you're Matt Rucci with your 6.5 second lead, do you back off and try to milk this gas as far as you can so you know you have the freshest tires, or do you just come down now?
If I've got almost a 7-second lead at the moment, I'm going to go ahead, wait till I see the guy in second place go in, then I'm coming in right after him. And that way, it can kind of help me gauge where I am on the rest of the field. You know what I'm saying? So let's say, you know, he's watching his F3 right now. He's going to see Muzady duck off and go down pit road. The next lap by, I'm going in. You know what I'm saying? And get those tires, make sure he gets in freaking spotless, flawless, no mistakes at all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the only way that I think we're just going to lose this, is if he screws up on pit road.
He's definitely got time to spare. He's still running a tenth or more faster than Muzady.
Well, we're on lap 108 of 134. 26 laps left, and that puts us right at laps 36, since most of these guys in the race right now pitted. That's from Matt Rucci all the way back to 9th place of Grant Peterson. LaPinta's in the pit road now. Here comes our leader, Matt Rucci, on the pit road. Let's see if he gets in flawless and gets out flawless as he comes down pit road. He's going to be taking 4 tires of fuel. That much I am certain of. And I'm watching him now. You guys are watching him with us on screen right here as he comes all the way down pit road. I believe he's the second stall from the end, if I'm not mistaken, because he lined up second tonight, right? Yeah.
Yes, it should be the
or third. He was third. Okay.
Yeah.
He's in. Perfect.
Should be about a 14-second stop.
And he could have taken it really easy just to make sure he wasn't speeding, because he had such a huge lead on track. It's going to get the lead right now to Muzady, but Muzady should be coming in pretty soon here. As we wow, man. I sure hope he got that thing moved down to the right speed, because it's hard to slow that car down when it's out of shape like that.
Muzady knows what's at stake here. He has to get as much as he can. There are two very different sides to that story.
Absolutely. Well, that's going to give the lead to Morton. Barret Morton in the 9 car assumes the lead now. Lap, we got 25 to go. That's going to be lap 109, I believe, 110, somewhere around there. My math is so... Thank you. Oh, thank you very much. We're going to be here all week, huh? No, Arnold's on vacation for a while. I was politely asked not to do that in the house when other people are here.
No.
So apparently it was embarrassing, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what they're talking about here. It was not embarrassing for me at all. Anyway.
And y'all wondered why I like coming back here.
What's wrong with people? They make fun of the way I talk all the time. I don't understand this at all. It's just my way I talk. I'm from Austria. What do you expect with me? Anyway.
Oh,
people
man.
have space. I don't want you to pass out before this is over with, buddy. We got some racing ahead of us. Morton is still out there. I can't believe. How long has Morton been out?
Morton has been out since lap 73, so...
He's getting close, man. He's going to wind up running out of fuel.
Gotta get those laps led, though.
Well, he's the last one. I mean, Thrower and Berger are both on pit road now. So it's just going to be, I guess, he's just going to press it as far as he can. I mean, when it cycles back around, it's going to be back to Rucci, who's got, it looks like, about a 6-second lead over everybody.
Whew. That was probably a little closer than it should have been coming off of 4 there. I would suspect him coming in this lap.
Yeah, he's down low, getting slower.
Yeah, he's got a good gap. Stone should be able to get on the outside of him, so he should be coming down probably this time here.
And he's giving up a lot of time to Rucci. I mean, he's giving up a lot of time to Rucci.
Coming this time. He's coming this time. Oh, buddy.
Oh, wow.
Hits it to the cone.
Pucker factor of 20 out of 10 right there.
It'll be interesting to see if these, I don't know, 3-4 laps of extra fresh rubber will help or hurt him in the long run. I think he was sitting about 5th or 6th on that last run. So if he can get up there again, I think that results as a good payoff.
And he's already out of pit road. I mean, that's a really good pit stop right there.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
33.6 to Matt Rucci.
That's a fast lap. That's a qualifying lap, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Is that what he qualified at?
Running Q laps, so that's the best way to do it.
Well, I see Morton is back on track now, taking up his position. Going to be waiting for timing to sort out a little bit here. Yeah, he looks like he's P10 right now. That's not too bad.
And John, to answer your question, the pole lap today was a 33.69.
Wow.
And Rucci pulled a 33.62. So we went faster than the pole lap.
Holy smokes. Wow. Hats off to that guy. He's having a great race right now. So far, I believe he's led most of the laps, correct?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, hands down. Well, right now he's got a 9.5 second lead over Muzady. Basically, the race is really between Muzady and Hamilton right now for second place because they're out there by themselves. Gaccione's about a second behind them. Brogdon in that 11 car. It looks like he's finally got his internet issues ironed out. He's in fifth, having a great run. In the number 11 Tabasco car, you see him kind of peeking out. There he goes, disappearing. We got to stop talking about him. Every time we start talking about him, he starts disappearing again. My goodness.
We'll just say the car that shall not be named for internet reasons.
Shall not be named. He who shall not be named.
Everybody knows who we're talking about, but we don't have to talk.
Voldemort? I'm sorry. No, stop. Hope we don't get a copyright strike for that.
Oh boy. Hey, man,
Wow, look at this little fight we got
head.
going out here. I can't say who his sponsor is because it's a dirty word that we're not supposed to say over the air, but you got to give Lepenton the 13 kind of a hat tip there.
He gets stuff done.
Yes, getting stuff done. That's right, stuff with a SH. Stuff. Stuff. Can you say that? I can try it. Stuff.
I don't think my teeth allow that.
No. Well, I'll tell you what, that was a great pass right there. We got Logan Hamilton making some moves up here. He's up to third now. He gets around Gaccione. Muzady about maybe a second and a half, maybe a second and a tick more ahead of him. I think maybe Hamilton's got an idea of running this guy down now. Maybe he's been holding back. What do you think?
Yeah, it's interesting because Musady's got about 4 laps better tires than Hamilton. Watch out! That was really close to not being a good thing.
Right there is an absolutely impeccable example of how the draft in these cars is just crazy. You know what I mean? I mean, it's just insane how easy, if they get just right on the back of a guy, you can just suck right up to him. And it's not like he's slowing down. It's just pulling right up to him.
Yeah,
Great fight between these two.
That is amazing how close they got there, and they're still side by side. That just shows you the competition level of this L-TAC series. That's why you guys, if you guys want to be a part of this, you guys got to do the truck series. Run with these guys, feel what it's like to be in a very competitive place. Get up into this place, and I mean, the 16 could be you. And heck, you guys could be fighting Rucci for the win.
Wow, look at this, man. This is a great fight between the 12 of Logan Hamilton, who we're riding on board with now on the roof cam, looking out now the front windshield out towards Gaccione in that 16 car. Man, what a battle we got going on between these two right here. Great fight on track. In the meantime, Rucci, 10.5 second lead over Muzady up there in second, who's got himself about a 2-second lead over these two that we're riding along with right here. Granat finally got around Brogdon for 5th to move Tyler Granat up to 5th. Jeff Brogdon in that 11 Tabasco ride back to 6th, but he's moved up 14 spots since the start of this race. Riding along now with Berger on the roof cam. Jeremy Berger back there riding around in, I lost him, where'd he go?
13.
13th, lucky number 13. Maybe not so lucky, I don't know.
Well, you say that, and he's
Oh, what a save.
Oh.
What a save as he's trying to make a pass on Sean Deal out there in that brightly colored 44 car. Wow, gets down
on
below
the
the
apron.
apron.
That's one way to get the car to turn.
Yeah, I guess so, right?
He
And he's
got
going
the
to walk
turn.
up. He's gonna wash up. But look at this run that off the turn.
Oh,
that
man.
Sean gets in that 44, man. Wow.
I think there might have been some contact on that one. I think the 44 turned down just a little bit too late on that. Oh man, these guys are going after it.
Yeah, they are.
If
12
I'm
to go.
Richie, I'm screaming at these guys to get away from each other. Please don't race each other like this. I need 10 more good ones at least.
I don't think Richie wants to see a restart now. I really don't think he wants to see a restart now.
No.
Right now, Gaccione back there in third. If they get a caution, we have to do a restart, and Gaccione's in third. I can promise you, there'll be some bumper crumpling on that restart.
Yeah. Holy cow, that was close.
Make sure that I clarify what I'm saying. I'm not saying Gaccione's going to wreck him, but he's not going to give him any slack, is what I'm trying to say.
Absolutely.
In the meantime, I think Deal is still trying to catch his breath after that. After that interesting run he had there with Berger and those guys.
Yeah,
So now he's working over to Sean Deal in the 14 car. Hey, Sean might have used up his tires a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Sean's struggling entering the corner, which is usually a pretty good telltale sign that you've used your stuff up. If it's not setting down in the corner good, your right front's not quite okay with existing right now.
Roger that. Didn't it go right now? 10 laps left in this 134 race tonight, and 134 lap race, I should say. Matt Rucci's still out front by 10.5 seconds, and that's Muzady that's riding back there in second team all by himself right now. He's got about a 3-second lead over Gaccione, and we're watching a great battle right now between Sean Deal and Grant Peterson, the 52 car right there. That IPA paint job, and I think Deal is sponsored by Tucson Sound Art. It's hard for me to tell because those colors are just so. Yes. So he is sponsored by Tucson Sound Art. Hey.
Look at that.
He is.
I do think he is.
Fantastic. Oh, and I'm getting notified by Nolan that that's a legitimate sponsor on the hood of Mario Lopinta's car, the Get Bleep Done. Fascinating. I would love to talk to him about that. I got to find out, like, what they do, besides they get stuff done. I get that. But, like, what stuff do we get done? What are we working on here? You know what I'm saying? I want to know. Inquiry minds want to know. I don't know if any of you guys are old enough to remember that. Back when the tabloids, they used to actually run real ads for their tabloids. National Enquirer. Because inquiring minds want to know. Did Michael Jackson really come from aliens? Did aliens really settle in North America? Inquiring minds want to know. Stop me anytime here, guys. I'll keep going.
I was waiting to see where this was heading.
It's heading nowhere good, I can promise you. You know what I've noticed, though, looking at timing, and I mean, it's not going to do Muzady any good, but Rucci hasn't really stretched that lead out any more than he already had. So I'm thinking Rucci is just riding around now, being gentle into the turns and off the turns, making sure that he wraps this thing up, because, I mean, I would really hate for something to happen to the leader of the race. Do what? Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I think they both have relegated themselves to where they're going to be. You know, Rucci, oh, doggone, I'm going to win another one. Got 11-second lead over the field. Whatever.
Woe is me.
Woe is me. Muzady got him a nice little second-place run going. I mean, let's give hats off to these guys, man. This is Homestead Speedway is not easy. We talked about at the top of the show, Brockton, that the exit of turn 2 is giving these guys fits, but I think they figured it out, man. I really do. Or Nolan was just trying to fabricate drama for it.
You never know with these race directors, huh?
I'm just saying, man. Nolan sends me these notes 12 hours in advance. Oh, the guys have been having trouble down in a turn 2. I'm looking for trouble in turn 2, and it never happens. That did happen a couple of times. I can't say that.
A few times. We've had issues.
Yeah, we're watching Morton right now fighting with Lopinta. That's for 9th and 10th. I'm not sure if Lopinta just took 9th away or not. I wasn't really paying attention. But Morton is trying to hang on, man. Morton led for a little while, but stayed out a lot longer than some of these people, which kind of surprises me that he's not passing up more cars. His tires are just a wee bit fresher, but, you know, he's also got that right side down, which we're looking at right here as we ride along the roof cam, looking out the front of his car towards Lopinta, that number 13 car, who I was informed has a real legit sponsor on the hood of that car. Get stuff done. or get bleep done. I don't know. What's kosher here, Mason? Get bleep done? Yeah, we'll go get bleep done. Oh, he took 9th away from me. Okay, that's what I thought. I missed the tail end of that battle. We got 4 laps to go. 4 more laps, and Rucci's going to wrap this thing up for us. And, oh wow, look at how loose the 9 car was.
Oh, I don't know what happened there. The lap car. Whew.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Going sideways there. That was the 92.
Uphold
sideways coming off of 2 there. Saved it. He was really sideways, guys. That was about 3 seconds away from.
We're a pretty good ways into the run, about 20 laps in, and that's where we saw a lot of these guys start to have their issues with the tires and how slick the car was getting. Was about 20 laps into the run, and that is not what Rucci wants to see. He's got 2 laps to go. He just came across the line taking the 2 laps to go signal, so he doesn't want to see anybody get loose, doesn't want to see anybody spin, bring out the caution, because then that will give us a green-white checkered, and that would give Gaccione and Muzady and Hamilton and company a chance.
Oh, man, battle for 4th here. They're trying to get one more restart here. Holy cow.
Man. Hamilton just like, I'm going up. You can either move and let me up there, or we'll just see what happens. Wow.
He's gonna. Oh, he gets loose too.
Right there, man. Wow.
That's that final lap. Matt Rucci takes the white flag.
Yep, next flag ends it, whether it's a caution or the checkered. Well, we're going to find out here shortly. Look at this run. Look at this run right here. The Granat's trying to build up on Hamilton, trying to get off this turn right here, make this pass as we cross for the white flag right here for these 2. This is a fight once again for 4th spot. Hamilton has it. Granat wants it back, I believe. I think Granat was already up there, wasn't he? Maybe. I don't know. On the outside, Granat making that high line work, or not. See what I did there? And that's okay. That's fine. That's fine. Rucci crosses the flag for his win. Matt Rucci takes the win tonight with a 11.5 second lead over Muzady in 2nd. As Muzady still comes around, he takes the checkered flag. We're watching 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Gaccione's across now. 4th, Hamilton. Brogdon in 6th. Stone 7th. Thrower 8th. LaPinta 9th. Morton is your top 10. We're going to go ahead and let scoring settle out here, folks, and we'll get you a complete field rundown just a few seconds away. And once we're done with our rundown, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll do a post-race show with some interviews and some thoughts and some stuff like that. So make sure you stay tuned for that. But we're going to go ahead right now. I think everybody's crossed the line that's going to cross the line, and we'll get you a rundown.
We've got a driver out of gas. Justin Wilson out of gas, crossing the start-finish line here.
Oh, that sucks, man. As you heard it, folks, Justin Wilson ran out of gas, lost quite a few spots.
Finished the race, though. Coasted down.
Finished. He's going to lose a couple spots because of running out of gas. As we watch the burnouts going down with the 48 car right here. And once we get our lineup on track, on screen here, we'll do it for you. Here it is, the feature results. Matt Rucci with a huge deficit there, 11.5 second lead over Anthony Muzady in 2nd. Austin Gaccione 3rd. Tyler Granat. Now let's back up. Gaccione was our pole sitter. Comes home 3rd, 15 seconds behind the winner Matt Rucci. Tyler Granat 4th. We watched him and Hamilton battle out great for that spot right there, 4th and 5th. 6th place is Jeff Brogdon, Colin Stone 7th, Hunter Thrower 8th, Mario LaPinta 9th, and rounding out your top 10 Brockton is Barret Morton.
Yeah, good run by Morton there. 11th going to be Jeremy Berger. 12th, Barrick Uphold with that huge save with 2 to go. 13th is going to be Grant Peterson. Sean Deal in the 14th position. Frank Flores the 3rd. 15th, 1 lap down. That's going to be Wilson in 16th. Coasting to the line. Unfortunately, going to be 2 down. Nathaniel Ames in his first L-TAC Cup Series start comes home 17th, clean car, 7 laps down. Stefan Purcell 18th, 40 laps down. 19th is going to be Richard Springler and 97 laps down. Ryan Dingler 99 laps down, 20th, and rounding out in 21st place is going to be Ryder Strofe. I think I got that right there. Strauff, excuse me,
119.
119 laps down.
There you go. Well, that's it, folks. That's your unofficial feature results for the time. That'll be official. Who am I getting? It's a sim. It's gonna be official. Anyway, congratulations to Matt Rucci. Congratulations to Matt Rucci. And when we come back, we're gonna have a conversation with those three guys, Muzady, Gaccione, and Rucci. Stay tuned for that. We'll be right back at LSRTV.
There are moments that surprise and delight the mind and the senses. Introducing Sound Art, the world's first truly customizable, concealed, flat panel art speaker system. A revolutionary combination of incredible sound delivered from your most meaningful pictures. When art and technology intersect, there is a seamless blend of creativity and function.
Come alive in the streetlight, pulling at the stars in the moonlight. Every time I feel you close.
To the Homestead Miami Speedway, the LSRTV coverage of the L-TAC Tucson Sound Art Next Gen Cup Series. We're watching the 48 of Matt Rucci do a Polish victory lap. No, it's not Polish. It's going the right way. What am I saying? Yeah, this is just a replay. As we get ready to do some interviews here, we're going to start with our third place driver. That's going to be Austin Gaccione, tonight's pole sitter. Number 16 on the car, number 7 in your hearts. Austin, buddy, John up at the booth. How you doing? Hello, Austin.
Oh.
Okay. Well, there he is. You got me, buddy.
I got you.
Well, Austin, man, first off, we have a burning question that we need answered. Can you help us out with something, man?
Yeah, go ahead.
Pronounce your last name, please.
Gaccione.
Gaccione.
Oh.
So we're both close, both wrong. Yeah. Gaccione.
Well, yeah, Gaccione, Gaccione, whatever. Whatever's easier for you.
I was putting kind of a special clothes making person sound like Gaccione.
Yeah,
Gaccione.
That's an Italian last name, so.
There you go. There you go.
I think I won in Italy.
There you go. Well, listen, great run for you tonight. I mean, I don't think anybody had anything for Rucci out there. He was just checked out. You did take the pole tonight, and you had a really great run. Talk to me about that third place run, buddy.
I don't know where the speed came from, honestly. In practice, I was slow, and then I went out there, and I was like, okay, well, I'm going to throw the kitchen sink at it, and I somehow got pole, surprisingly, and all throughout the race, I mean, somehow, some way, I just stood on the bottom, and honestly, I don't know how I got a podium. It feels good to be back up on the podium. I have expectations for myself every week, and the past couple weeks have been bad due to my mistakes, some bad luck. But it was a good race from everybody. It was a difficult race with how the track and the car combo was, but I mean, the setup was fun. Everybody clean racing in here, and it was just a lot of fun.
Austin, you ran a great race, got the pole, and unfortunately at the end didn't come and fall your way. But talk about some of those restarts. We saw you being really aggressive, pushing Rucci out like 2 or 3 car lengths out. Kind of tell us your thought process behind those restarts.
The restarts were hectic. I mean, you started in second gear. Well, that's what I started in. I don't know if you can start in first, but I mean, you had a little bit of wheel spin, and it was just kind of stay in the bottom because that was my preferred lane. And basically every single time Matt was ahead of me, so I just tried to push him as far ahead and just try to clear the guy ahead on top. But most of the time it was Anthony, and Anthony I had nothing for, honestly. But I mean, the restarts are hectic.
Well, man, they didn't look that bad out there. You guys really did a great job of staying off each other and keeping those restarts clean. So do you have anybody you want to thank for your third place run tonight, bud?
Yeah, I want to thank my teammate Tyler Granat. Congratulate him on his 4th place finish. He had a good run there with Logan at the end. I want to thank you guys for broadcasting. You do a fantastic job week in, week out. Do a shout out to the admins. They do an amazing job with this league. Nolan does a fantastic job as race control. And just a couple of my buddies, Mark Brannigan and Connor LaFrance.
Well, there you go, folks. Austin Gaccione in the 16 car, bringing it home Thursday night after starting on the pole. Not a bad run at all. Kept the fenders on it, kept it pretty much scratch-free. So good job, Austin, and we will see you next week, my friend.
Thank you. See you.
And next up on the chopping block, Anthony Muzady in that 49 car. Another one who had a pretty interesting race tonight. Austin, you got your ears on, buddy. I'm sorry. That's what I meant. I meant Anthony.
Yeah, I got you guys.
I'm sober too, man. That's what's so bad about it. You'd think with all the mistakes I've been making, I'd be hammered, but no, sir. This is me sober. Maybe I should start drinking. I don't know. Hey, Anthony, how you doing, buddy? It's John.
Oh man, I'm wore out.
Dude, this track is not, it's not one of the easier tracks. As big as it is, you'd think this track would be kind of a relaxing track to drive, but you are on the wheel just about as much here, it seems to me, like you would be at Darlington, right?
Oh yeah, every lap. It's just you coming off that corner, and it's just like you're hoping that you didn't put too much throttle down to break it loose. And a couple times I was staring to that inside wall, and a little close.
I saw that, man. I tell you what, though, you guys have been really, as a guy who's, I've only been doing this for a few weeks, so I really didn't know you guys prior to the season. And my experience has been strictly with Sim 500 talent as far as racing goes over the last few years. And I will compare you guys with most of the guys in that league, man. I mean, y'all make this look so easy sometimes. It's kind of disgusting, if I may.
Yeah, this car is anything but easy. I mean, Rucci makes it look easy, but I think everybody else is just fighting for their lives.
Well, talk to me about this run you had tonight, man. You started pretty good there. I think you started second, didn't you?
Yeah, I finally felt like I put together actually a full race. I started up front and just tried to keep it up front as much as I could. Made a few mistakes. Fell back to, I think it was like fourth, fighting with Tyler there, but luckily I was able to kind of get that traction down and move back forward to P2.
Yeah, Anthony, that was a good all-together run. I wanted to talk about with you the green flag pit stop. We only saw one today, but we saw you come in a little bit hot, and kind of talk about how challenging a green flag pit stop is here at Homestead.
Yeah, I stayed out a lap extra versus Austin and Rucci, so I knew I had to make up as much time getting onto pit road as I could, so I wouldn't lose as many spots. But luckily, I came out, and I think Logan, he had pitted a little early. I was side by side when I came out of pits with him, so it is challenging because entering pit road, you go from the track, which has banking, and that transition is just flat, so it's hang on and hope to God that you don't go for a ride. So
well, I'll tell you what, you guys again made this look really easy tonight. I know it's not. I'm very familiar with Homestead and how she drives, and congratulations again on your second place run. Anthony, do you have anybody you want to give a shout out to, man?
Yeah, my teammate Rucci. He pushes all of us with Badger Racing. Also RD Designs. Ryan, he designs all my cars, all my paints that I run. So that's hopefully it looks good on the broadcast for you guys.
That explains so much, man. I'm wondering why I hadn't done one for Dingler in so long. It's been a couple of years, man. I didn't realize he'd learn how to paint himself.
Oh yeah, man. He even does Rucci's car too, so I'm sure he'll fill you in about that too.
Yeah, I saw that on the YouTube chat there, man. He does a great job. Really did.
Fantastic, and yeah, you guys do a great job too. Thanks for broadcasting, and hopefully we can keep up some good racing for the rest of the year.
Hey, been great racing so far. Looking forward to next week. Anthony, thank you so much for your time, buddy.
Have a good one.
There you have it, folks. Anthony Muzady in that 49 car coming home second. Started second, came home second. You can't ask for much more than that. Maybe the win, yeah, the win would have been good, but hell, as long as you keep the fenders on it and bring it home at least as good as you started, you're doing good. Well, that leaves only one more victim of ours, Brockton, if you will. We're going to bring in the winner tonight. Matt Rucci out there making it look easy peasy at the Homestead Speedway. How you doing, Matt?
I'm doing good. How you guys doing?
Well, not as good as you, brother. A freaking 12-second lead over the field, man. What the hell? You have no mercy in your soul at all?
Yeah, this setup honestly wasn't too terrible. Honestly, I thought we'll be, later in the run we'll be running the wall, but the bottom just kept, it was still grip enough and fast enough to stay down there. It was a little sketchy off the corners though, if you put too much throttle. But overall, the car, stuck on the bottom, stuck right on the white, and it turned and it accelerated good off the corner. So.
Well, man, we've been talking about this all night. You made it look so easy out there. Congratulations on the win. Brockton, you got anything for him, buddy?
Oh man, I've got a couple things for you, Matt. First of all, congratulations on winning the Florida Man 200. And I think it's a little unfair here because for those that can't see what I'm seeing, I'm looking at a manatee as his Discord icon, and he's in the Club of Florida. So this is a home race for you, Matt. How's it feel to win at home?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a little far from Homestead, but I'll take it. I used to live down in South Florida, so it kind of is, kind of isn't. I live more towards Daytona, but yeah, I mean, this track is a lot of fun. I wish the top or the bottom would have worn out a little bit, and we were more towards the top there at the end. But I enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun.
Well, I'll tell you what, man, you made our show kind of easy. I mean, we're watching you pull away, and I'm like, okay, 4 seconds. There's 7 seconds. Okay, there's 8 seconds. Well, maybe the pit stops will fix this. Nope. Okay, well, maybe the caution will fix this. Nope. Man, congratulations on a stellar win tonight. And do you have anybody besides Ryan Dingler for the paint job? I'm kidding. That you want to thank for tonight's run?
Yeah, I'll give him a shout out. Yeah, Ryan for this the paint schemes. He makes all my schemes, so he's really talented at that.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, and this Badger Racing, all those guys.
Well, there you have it, folks. Tonight's winner by, let's see what the final margin was, 11.39 seconds on the rest of the field. That's going to be Matt Rucci with another win tonight. Matt, are you looking forward to next week, buddy?
It's Kansas, yeah. I mean, hopefully we can rip the wall there too. So.
All right, buddy. Well, you have a good race. We will see you next week at Kansas Motor Speedway. There he is, folks. He's tonight's winner, Matt Rucci, in the number 48 Ally Chevy ZL1. And that's going to about do it for us tonight. Brockton, great show, buddy. You have any final thoughts for me?
Man, we had a little bit of everything, didn't we? We had close racing, long racing, green flag pit stops. I think every time I'm in the booth for L-TAC, it gets better and better. I'm excited to be here for the rest of the season. Man, I can't wait till next week.
I'm telling you, Kansas is a great track for these cars. I've done some laps on it already, and I mean, I don't know what their setup's going to be like, but the iRacing fixed setup. It took a little bit to get your head around it, but it's a pretty fun little track to race this car on. So we're gonna see. I think next week will be a good one for us, man. And I am looking forward to having you up here in the booth. I'm going to miss my little boot scooting buddy Zach, but life calls, and when life calls, you got to do what you got to do, right? So Brockton will gladly have you up here in the booth with us, and besides, you give us some really great input on these cars in real life, stuff that I like to pick your brain about. So that's pretty cool too. Welcome aboard, buddy.
I appreciate it. And one more thing before I hand it off to you, John. I'd like to say Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, including my own. Gotta love everybody and all of them that y'all do for us. Happy Mother's Day in advance for everyone out there.
You beat me to it, man.
Great minds think alike.
Yes, they do. I want to just echo what Brockton said. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. My wife, my daughters, who have given me some beautiful grandchildren. All of you do. Mason Heimbaugh's better half down there in the trailer. She's probably smacking him in the back of the head now. Get off the back of the Mason. Tend to your child. No, I'm kidding. But anyway, folks, thank you all for tuning in tonight. We hope you enjoyed the show. Remember, Tucson Sound Art, www.tucsonsoundart. Stop by, give them a view. You might find something you like over there. Let them provide you with some interesting art/music wear. And please, please, please visit fightcf.cff.org and search for Riley Morton. And if you can donate, please do. If not, just spread the word for the fundraiser. It's a fantastic cause. I myself have a daughter who is dealing with cystic fibrosis, so I know what they're going through. So yeah, just if you can, stop by, give them a shout, give them some thoughts, prayers, and money if you can, okay? Folks, God bless each and every one of you. We'll see you next week, Kansas Motor Speedway. I'm John Muschin Jr. for Brockton Packard up here in the booth. Mason Heimbaugh bringing us these gorgeous pictures down in the production trailer. And we'll see you at Kansas next week. God bless.